tricks and Carney, but he's given Harlequins a 50-50 chance to regain ball.
Malone finds Tiesi there. He lays it back. And Robson to Kerr, to Rob Shaw. Cian Healy trying to make the tackle that turns the man. Percival somehow squeezed that one through his legs. And it's a penalty. And it's taken quickly by Kerr, who's like he does, running into the man, looking for 10 metres, but he's also looked at Rob Shaw. Rob Shaw's going over the top. He fell over Contepomi's leg. Did Contepomi offer the leg? That's the call for the referee. Was it a trip from the Argentinian?
Brilliant play from Danny Kerr and some superb footwork from Rob Shaw.
He did enough to stop him. Nothing more than that. Yeah, penalty. And a yellow card.
Now, is this a professional foul?
I think
his left foot has gone up there. He knows what he's doing there, Felipe Contepomi. Has to be.
And just as Easter is about to come out of the sin bin, Felipe Contepomi goes into it. In fact, it's exactly the moment Easter's back on now.
Last week in the Premiership, Quins, when you thought they'd go for 3 points, they went for the big play, they went for the power play, they went for the 7 points. They've got a man extra, Contepomi is off. Does Will Skinner say, as Nick Easter said as captain last week, let's take 3 points, it's too tight? Or the Harlequins back themselves? They are backing themselves. There's the trick from Contepomi, very good officiating, it wasn't obvious, it was a penalty, it was a yellow card. And Quins, they made the big call last week, it came off. They've made the big call again.
So just minutes after feeling of a possible swing to the match at the other end of the field, has it gone the other way now?
Platform laid, now the hard time.
And Easter, as if to rub it in, makes the catch. Harlequins looking for the drive. That's where there's parity. They possess the extra back, of course, but the forwards care little for that fact. They're going to the line themselves, or certainly initially and maybe again here, just the way they're gathering. They're going again, I think. Rob Shaw, who showed great pace down the touchline. Munyu's calling on this side. Now this is where Leinster might be stretched. Malone came this way and eventually Leinster came across the defence as well.
Quins have to be cautious here. Leinster are driving very hard.
Jackman's got all the way through, hasn't he? Can't play it from there. Now it falls into the arms of Stan Wright. That is great work from the Leinster forwards. It really is.
You could see it coming. Quins have got too static. They've got try-line fever. They've been turned over.
They've got to think about all the movement behind, didn't they? Forgot about securing the ball.
Geez, they forgot about the option of using width of backs as well. They do have an extra man in the back. And when it got static, when it got really slow, I'm afraid Easter and Skinner, they got the white line fever and thought we'll bash over. You do not bash over past the likes of Rocky Elsom and Jamie Heaslip. You have to maintain the momentum on the drive. And when that went, you can see Leinster were able to flick a foot out. It bounces off a Harlequin, it's away. And this is what happens though, you get ricochets when the ball becomes that static. It's Cullen's boot, it hits a Harlequin, I think it's Matt Ross, it comes back the other way, and Harlequins have ceded a great attacking position.
So unfair to single out players in a match like this, especially at this stage, but Leo Cullen, there he is, what a match he's had. Everything that he's done, he's not flash at all, on or off the pitch, lovely bloke, and in this atmosphere he's producing a captain's performance.
Led very well, very intelligently. But you get the feeling his biggest 28 minutes are yet to come. His side 6-0 up, but Harlequins now have a few minutes where they've got the extra man. They have to make it tell. I think they've wasted an attacking opportunity. So often we see teams keep the ball too long at the base, and well, there's the other problem. Harlequins turnover battle, 14 conceded to Leinster's 4. It's an area in Premiership rugby on which they pride themselves on dominance. They're being dominated by the Magners League team from Dublin tonight.
Any problems? Time on. Crouch! Touch! Balls engaged!
Big heave from both sides in the end. Leinster got back very well there at that scrum, and they were clears.
They see the benefit of having Fly Half playing on the right wing. They've got Contepomi there, they've got Rob Carney, they've got Nathaywa. Very interesting now, of course, Nathaywa at Fly Half. Such a difference when you've got a winger who can just slot in there and doesn't affect the game at all.
Boda throws, Robson down, Kerr to Malone, long pass out to Tiesi. Is there somebody in this match who can break the line?
That's fine!
opportunity for Leinster.
He's near the ball.
And now it's Harlequins' turn not to take advantage of the sin-bin period.
Oh, he made
A little bit lateral there, very early. The missed pass was too obvious, and the Leinster defence able to put massive pressure on. And again, they were very physical, and Gordon Darcy doing that dump job that he does so well with his mate Brian O'Driscoll. It's not glamorous, but it's very effective, and there's a muscularity and an experience in this midfield that Harlequins are finding very hard to get past.
Nefeu has been flying around this match with total commitment, and O'Driscoll will have enjoyed the contribution of his fly half turned winger. Jackman after it.
Get in there and get back.
No mistake that time. Just prepared,
Wasted a ball.
totally understandably, to slow it right down here to a snail's pace.
He's fine. He's through the middle.
Leinster
He's
haven't been
fine.
trying to play particularly progressive rugby. They've been trying to play control, territorial rugby, and look for a moment of inspiration. And with a man down, this is perfect professional rugby from them.
Nefeu is standing in the fly half position, and he's going to get it now. And he's going to launch another Gary Owen for Mike Brown to deal with. And he gets another round of applause.
That's a decent take from Mike Brown, but just look where Brown is now. 6 or 7 metres from his own try line, and that is exactly where Leinster want Harlequins while they're a man down. Intelligent play there from the Irish regional team.
Well, that's the route. It's with Nathewa. Carney.
Keep going out right.
They've got to get it in a position where, yes, here, Carney can challenge Brown and use his height.
Right, advantage Harlequins.
But he's back with Kerr and Monya, and there's no Carney there, of course, so over the top. O'Driscoll. Inevitably, he had the sense to cover that. That's a slice from Brian O'Driscoll.
It was a little bit speculative from Ugo Monya. Just thought when that ball bounced Harlequins' way, at some stage they're going to have to start getting the ball into Strettle's hands from deep, but O'Driscoll of all people makes the error, and Monya's kick, which looked very speculative when he struck it, it wasn't chased hard, broken their way.
It was the fact that the fullback wasn't at home that tempted Monya into that tactic, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, there was no Quins chase at all. And there is an issue here. Harlequins, as this game goes on, have got to think about being very positive. Still plenty of time to go, plenty of time, but they've got to start thinking any turnover is match-winning ball.
Malone, Turner Hall. He bashed through Stade Francais, but he can't bash through Leinster.
12 away now.
Well, not yet,
Come
anyway.
right, let it pass, come right.
You wouldn't want to rule anything out in this match. Malone again. Good from TSE. For a big man, he's very nimble.
Too many bodies, nobody's fault.
Easter was in the way there. Darcy trying to make a tackle, and the whistle has gone for crossing. In the end, he's fallen to Fitzgerald, but it was the right call from the referee for the obstruction.
It was, if he looked at the advantage. I guess he didn't think there was an advantage. Was there one? If there is, there's the penalty from Easter, quite right. But as Danny Kerr throws this ball on, there's no way Jones gets there. It's a try. He's blown immediately.
Oh.
He's blown immediately, but if he looks at the pass and he thinks, let's just hold a second, it's speculative, that's a try.
Yes, nobody had stopped. That was a real-time movement, as it would have been played out.
Comes in and he's all over the play on the floor and he can't move. There's no way I'm penalising for not moving. That's what happened there.
Deal or no deal?
Well, you need luck to win these European ties, and that might just be a little break. Right now, Leinster's experience is just shaving this. Own just.
Malcolm O'Kelly just shading that line out. Whittaker was swallowed there by the Harlequins pack, but Leinster bring him back to life, and it's good work from Cian Healy. Very measured pass from the prop.
2 metres from Elsom again, isn't it? Just kept the movement going.
We're seeing that constantly from the Australian. And here's another Aussie, Whittaker. Now Healy with a drive. Stanley right. Now O'Kelly could see it coming.
Stay your feet, right.
Ball preservation is good here, and it's valuable time too.
Through the middle.
Quins getting frustrated, and Mike Ross and Kerr. Danny Kerr goes over the top. He's got blistering pace. So too Fitzgerald. Oh, cover again. We're seeing defences at their very best. It'll be a 5-metre scrap.
Well, that was a brilliant turnover from Harlequins there, and that was Kerr at his electric best. Was that Ross going through there, trundling away, brilliant from the prop forward, and Danny Kerr, he backs himself, but Luke Fitzgerald produces a masterful moment of rugby, because Kerr was going to outlive Carney there. Wonderful play from Mark Ross, the prop forward. Now Ross, it was his turnover, gave Kerr the opportunity. Can he now give his scrum and the rest of his pack the solid platform under the post for Harlequins to get the all-important try? Brilliant stuff from Ross. Look at this, working hard. He's come from behind, he's through Whittaker, down on the ball. Beautiful play.
The man who's on his way to Leinster at the end of this season. Now Danny Kerr, we know all about his pace, but Fitzgerald too. Look at that for cover, and Carney doing a little bit of work on Kerr that just helps the cause. Now these are the situations, and we've just had a team huddle from both sides where everybody gathered, they're spreading out back into position now. These are the situations where Harlequin supporters will say, look, if we are going to make an impression in this competition, if we are going to go to Croke Park, we have to score in these moments.
Wow, we've seen an hour of Leinster's extremely solid scramble defence, inspirational scramble defence. We will not get many more opportunities in this game to see Harlequins 5 metres out. Twickenham in the background, Harlequins need a moment of international class here.
And Leinster will say, look at the faces, look at the players wearing these shirts today. We've been here before, you've tried to cross our line, you haven't yet, and you're not going to do it now, even though we're a man down.
When you look at the backline, I mean, that extra man, can Quins make it tough? You look at Stockel and Brown, good runners, but against them, you've got Carney, you've got Fitzgerald, you've got O'Driscoll on the short side, you've got Rocky Elson guarding the near flank. These are outstanding defenders. Quins need a magnificent scrum here to set Nick Easter up for something.
Contepomi can only watch, and look at that work by Leinster, trying to get that ball back in any which way, but Harlequins come again and drive forward with real purpose there. Kerr is digging that ball out, he's gone short again. They have the extra back, Malone is calling for it, but actually the numbers on that side pretty well one-on-one. Turner Hall's going across the right now, you can see. Tiessi's starting to drift as well. It's still with the forwards.